Do you think you could knock him out in the first
Of course, man.
round?
Look this. Touch this.
You're strong, mate.
Fuck,
Sure.
man, I'm strong like a rock. I
Yeah.
can knock out a horse.
Yeah.
So, of course, I believe. And he start fast. You know, don't start fast. I'm slow starter. But this fight I will start fast. I must train to start fast, and I wanna get into the fight with him. I don't wanna box too much with him. I wanna get into the fight and see how tough he is.
The thing is, you don't have that energy when I'm with him. You don't have the energy when we're sitting face to face.
Filip Hrgovic believes Moses Itauma won't make it out of the first round. He lays out his reasoning with total confidence, setting the stage for what he expects to be a quick night's work. Meanwhile, Moses Itauma explains that his focus has been on staying disciplined and trusting the work he has put in throughout training camp. Rather than getting caught up in the expectations surrounding him, he remains committed to his process. As fight night approaches, Itauma is determined to stay true to the approach that has brought him this far.
Moses, obviously your reputation goes before you. Even at your young age, many fighters absolutely fear to get inside a ring with you. And it's hardly surprising, 14 fights, you're unbeaten, 12 of those 14 wins, knockouts. Is it going to be the same thing against Hergovich? What do you think?
I mean, that's my game plan, but that's what I hope for. But I never really go focusing on a knockout. I just focus on sticking to the game plan. And if at least a knockout, at least a knockout. If it don't, it don't. So I'm not really too focused on that, but we'll see in it.
Moses, this is the fight.
Turning to his opponent, Moses Itauma makes it clear that he has great respect for everything Hergovich has accomplished in the heavyweight division. He acknowledges Hergovic's proven resume and experience, explaining that those achievements are why he is approaching the fight with complete respect rather than taking anything for granted. At the same time, Itauma emphasizes that once the opening bell rings, his focus will be on carrying out his own game plan.
He has earned his stripes, you know. And I haven't achieved what he's achieved. Like Olympics, bronze medal.
Yeah.
Like I beat David Adelaide, beat Dave Allen, beat Zhang, beat Joe Joyce. Like I ain't done that. Do you know what I mean? So I give him credit, and that's why I give him the utmost respect, because when I jump in the ring with him, like I'm gonna respect what he has. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I'm not overlooking, or I don't not respect him. It's just I'll go do my job, innit?
Reflecting on the upcoming fight, Filip Hrgovic leaves no room for doubt about his confidence. He believes he has the power and physicality to overwhelm the unbeaten prospect. Hergovich expects his aggressive approach to break Itauma down rather than allowing the fight to become competitive. In his view, he will be the one imposing his will from the opening bell.
Do you think you can stop Moses Itauma on fight night?
Of course I can stop him, man.
You believe?
What stupid question is
It's
that?
not a stupid question. It's not a stupid question.
I will destroy the kid, man. I'll throw him out of the ring. Animal, man. So I'll throw him out of the ring.
That's a cool way to end it.
Turning to his approach for the fight, Filip Hrgovic downplays the value of heavy game planning, framing the contest instead as something that comes down to instinct and reading his opponent in the moment. He insists that once the bell rings, the deeper stakes of fighting for his livelihood and family take over, stripping away any sense of theatrics and leaving just two warriors meeting in the ring.
I don't believe in tactics and in game plans, and it's just two men coming to the ring, you know, fighting, you know, and I don't believe in so much in game plans, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, you know. When I come into the ring, when I feel him, his energy, when he feel my energy, you know, when it's just the way how you feel the fight. I of course there are some, you know, tactics that you should do this, you should move on this side, you should blah 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 blah, but on the end of the day it's two men's fighting for their lives, fighting for their families, and it's just, you know, two warriors. It's not about a lot of bullshitting.
Assessing the matchup, Frank Warren believes Hergovich presents a serious challenge for Itauma from the very first bell. He describes the Croatian as a dangerous fighter who is still in his prime, carries real punching power, and has shown impressive durability throughout his career. Warren also expects Hergovich's team to come in with an aggressive approach, making the opening rounds especially important.
He's fighting a guy who's in his prime and a guy who's dangerous. He's never been knocked out. He's had stoppage on a cut. He's never been knocked out, and he's dangerous, as you say. And he starts fast. He's certainly early on in fights. He hits hard. He's a big puncher, and he believes. And I know what their tactics are going to be in this fight. You know, Keith Connolly touched on it at the press conference. As soon as that bell goes, they're going to go and try and take him out.
Offering his assessment of the fight, Spencer Oliver argues Itauma is capable of getting the victory, but expects him to earn every moment of it. He describes Hergovich as a proven heavyweight with the size, skill, and experience to make life difficult for any opponent. Oliver feels this is a major step up from anything Itauma has faced so far. In his view, this fight will provide the clearest indication yet of just how far the young heavyweight has progressed.
I think it's much more difficult than that. I think he wins the fight, but Hergovich is an elite heavyweight. I think we did see that. You know, he's tall. He imposes that. You know, he imposes his figure. He's got a wicked jab, wicked right hand. He's a problem, and defensively he's better than what you give him credit for. Yeah, he cuts up very easy anyway. We've seen that in recent fights. Absolutely, yeah, we see that in recent fights, but I think he's a big problem. It's a huge step up for Moses, and I think we get the answers that we've been waiting for from this kid. And if he's as good as we think he is, you know, if he's the next coming, then Moses Itauma gets the job done. But it's not an easy night by no means. It's stressful.
No, it's not.
From Derek Chisora's perspective, this is the biggest test of Itauma's career so far. While he has been impressed by the young heavyweight's talent and confidence, he feels this fight will present challenges Itauma has not yet experienced. Chisora believes the occasion will reveal how Itauma responds when he is pushed beyond the situations he has faced in previous fights.
Listen, how many fights has Moses had? I don't know the paper.
14 fights.
Has he done 10 rounders? He's never been to the other side.
Well, he must have done because there's more than.
No, he's been in 10 rounds, he's not done 10 rounds.
He's never done 10 rounds.
So I think the furthest he's been 6 rounds.
6 rounds, yeah.
Cumulative, I mean.
So listen, if I was a betting man, I don't know. I love Moses. I believe that, you know, when you have people pushing you so much, yeah, thinking like you can beat anybody in the world, you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And I think this is a big step up for him, you know.
Looking at the challenge ahead, Liam Goff views this fight as demanding far more than anything the young heavyweight has faced recently. He argues that Hergovich is a completely different level of opponent and expects him to arrive with plenty of motivation. In Goff's view, Itauma will need to deliver his best performance yet if he wants to come through this test successfully.
If he thinks this Hergovich fight is going to be easy like the Franklin fight was, he is in for a serious rude awakening. Especially, as I said, given the fact that Hergovich, the last thing you want is a very alpha character with a chip on his shoulder, because he is going to have ample motivation going into this fight, and you are going to need to be on your absolute A game. This is a massive step up from Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, we kind of knew was a bit over the hill, well, very over the hill, but we knew he hadn't got a chin anymore, but we thought, okay, he's in good shape, can he at least do something? No was the answer. Franklin never been stopped before, don't even think he'd been down. So we thought, could he at least do something? No was the answer.
Even with those concerns, Liam Goff still believes Itauma has what it takes to win, but he warns against overlooking Hergovich's threat. He feels Hergovich's experience and determination could make him an especially dangerous opponent on fight night, particularly with so much to prove. Even so, Goff continues to lean toward Itauma while stressing that he will need to be at his very best to get the job done.
Hergovich is still very good. He's still a top 10 heavyweight. He's still very game. So Itauma needs to make sure that he knows and understands what is in front of him here. Yes, you can have Francis Warren say all these products. I say that, everyone says it about Itauma, but still, you gotta beat the man who's in front of you. And the guy who's in front of you, he ain't no joke. He ain't no flipping joke. So if Itauma's watching, be on it like a car bonnet going into this fight. I think Itauma will win this fight, but Hergovich, he certainly comes across to me as someone with a chip on his shoulder, and that could be the motivation. And he seems a motivated character in general, but that could really be the motivation to go in there and really say, you think this guy is the next coming? Ha 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 ha. Give me 36 minutes and then see what happens.
Adding to that, veteran trainer Dominic Ingle believes Itauma's youth could work in his favor heading into this fight. He feels young fighters often compete with confidence and fearlessness, allowing them to take chances that more experienced boxers might avoid. Ingle expects Itauma to carry that same mentality into the ring and believes he will arrive well prepared after carefully studying Hergovich.
Like we'll see, Moses is a bit, he's young and he's only like 20, 22, and I think at that age you don't really know what your boundaries are. You like, it's just a crash, go out and crash bang wallop. You're not that cautious, and you're a bit reckless. That's where you get, you've got the best performers out of people like Naz, Ryan Rhodes, fighters early on in their career when they're young and they're carefree. They go in there and they take risks, don't they? Mike Tyson, look at him, 20, 21, 22, vicious. And I think he'll be the same with Moses. I think he'll have already had a good look at Hergovic, and he'll know what he's going to be doing with him. So it'll be a good fight. That. Do we know when it is? Is it
August 29th?
So yeah, it's. I believe he's on a training camp in Marbella at the minute. Moses. So yeah.
Sharing his thoughts on Itauma's future, Adam Smith believes the young heavyweight has all the qualities needed to reach the very top of the sport. He praises Itauma's dedication, maturity, and calm approach, but believes what truly separates him is the intelligence and composure he displays every time he steps into the ring. In Smith's view, those qualities make Itauma one of the finest young talents currently emerging in boxing.
I think he's got the dedication, so the two fuse. He just needs ring time, the right guidance at the right time, and I think the sky's the limit. I think he's a lovely guy. As I said, I think he's very mature and balanced and comfortable in his own skin. I think he's a great advert, a great model for young people around in this country, Slovakia, Nigeria.
As well.
He is, and I think he ticks a lot of boxes, but what I love most about him, Gareth, is his ring IQ, his ability as a southpaw, which is dangerous enough, as a quick southpaw, but the way he judges distance and knows that squared circle at such a young age, impeccable. I think he's one of the best talents we've seen.
Moses Itauma makes it clear that confidence has always been a key part of his mindset. He explains that he never goes into a fight believing an opponent is beyond his abilities. Instead, he shares the philosophy that shapes the way he approaches every challenge inside the ring.
Is there anyone you fear out there?
That I fear?
Yeah.
Did you say fear?
Not a word that's even in your vocabulary.
No, I'm shocked that you said it. Listen, I think boxing is, for me, it's a puzzle. And with the right preparation, I don't feel like there's a puzzle that I can't solve. So I wouldn't say that I necessarily fear anyone. It's just there are fights out there that might be easier than others.
Moses, don't worry, it's someone that's never been punched in the face or threw a punch before, Jim White, that asked you that question.
Looking beyond this fight, Frank Warren explains that Itauma's ultimate goal is to earn a world title shot against Usyk. He says every move in Itauma's career has been carefully planned with that objective in mind, making this fight a major step toward that target. Warren adds that Hergovic also recognizes what is at stake, with both heavyweights viewing this bout as a crucial opportunity to move closer to a world title chance.
Moses is on a mission to fight Usyk. That's what he wants.
Really?
That's what we want. That's why we pushed him and guided him in. Where you're saying he's ranked in other rankings, the rankings that count when you're fighting for a world title are the relevant governing body.
Yeah, the sanctioned
and he's in
agreed.
3 in number 1. That's all that matters. So he is a mandatory challenger. Filip wants to get in that position. That's why he's taken the fight. He sees that as a shortcut in his mind to become the number 1 mandatory challenger. So that's where we are. So the winner of this fight Usyk has to now defend his titles that he's holding. If he doesn't, he's either got to vacate them or he'll be stripped. So that starts off with a BC one with Ajit Kabayel.
Looking ahead to the fight, the analyst believes the stakes are especially high for Itauma despite his young age and unbeaten record. He argues that this matchup could significantly shape how the heavyweight prospect is viewed going forward. With so much attention on Itauma's rise, the analyst explains why this contest could prove an important measuring stick for his future.
It will all go away when they get in the ring. But look, this fight is as important for each man because for Moses Itauma, if he loses this fight, it completely derails the hype train. Suddenly, he looks vulnerable, he looks like he's got limitations, and people just won't be as excited about him. Yes, there's plenty of time for him to go back to the drawing board, so a loss wouldn't be catastrophic, but it would be something that would take him off the course that he is currently on. It would make people, have a reality check, I suppose. It's what's needed. Frankly, I'm excited to see him tested. I'm excited to see if he's as good as I think he probably is.
As for Hergovich, the analyst believes this bout carries enormous pressure for the experienced heavyweight. He explains that the result could have a major impact on Hergovich's future at the top level, making it one of the most important fights of his career. The analyst explains why this matchup could determine what comes next for Hergovich's career.
For Filip Hrgovic, this fight is an absolute must-win though. I mean, he really can't lose this because if he does, at the point Moses Itauma is at in his career, you could argue that he's lost to somebody who is much younger, much less proven, and it really will be difficult for Hergovich to come back because he is a difficult opponent. He's very consistent in the ring. He's got a lot of positives about the way he fights, and he doesn't bring a lot of money to the table. So getting back to this position he's in right now, where he's on the cusp of a world title shot, will be very, very difficult for him.
Making his intentions clear, Filip Hrgovic believes this fight comes at the perfect time for him to silence the doubts surrounding his career. He acknowledges that much of the attention has been focused on Itauma's rapid rise, but insists he is not bothered by the outside noise. Instead, he sees this matchup as a major opportunity to remind everyone of his own credentials. Hergovich believes his experience and mindset make him a dangerous opponent, and he is approaching the fight with complete confidence.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he's a young kid, they want to make a future star of him, and he's until now boxed perfectly. He showed really great talent, but I think I'm the biggest test for him, and I think I'll give him some. With me in the ring, he'll feel something that he never felt before, and yeah, I believe in myself that I can beat him, and I know whole world write me off. It's like you said, all about him. And that's the way it is. This is my chance to prove everyone wrong and to beat this guy and to become world champion.
Using Croatia's football history as motivation, Filip Hrgovic believes being overlooked only adds to his confidence. He feels the spotlight on Itauma has created the perfect opportunity to prove people wrong. Rather than being concerned by the predictions, Hergovic embraces the challenge and remains convinced he can turn the tables when they meet in the ring.
How do you view Moses Itauma? Because this is a guy seemingly that no one really wants to fight, because he's just a wrecking ball every time he goes in the ring.
Yeah, it was similar. We were talking about football. You remember last two World Cups when Croatia played against England in semi-finals. So we were underdogs, big underdogs, but we kicked their ass. So it's gonna happen again with Moses Itauma and myself.
Very good. Here's Simon Phillip.
As fight night approaches, all the bold predictions and confidence from both camps will finally be put to the test inside the ring. Hergovic is determined to prove he can derail one of boxing's brightest young stars, while Itauma has the chance to show he is ready for the biggest challenge of his career. Only one of them will leave with the momentum to move a step closer to a world title opportunity. Who do you think comes out on top? Will Hergovic back up his confident prediction, or will Itauma continue his unbeaten rise and prove he belongs among the heavyweight elite? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news, fight breakdowns, and exclusive updates.